Law firm Shaheen & Gordon is a local personal injury firm deeply rooted in our communities for decades. From the county to the southern beaches, the attorneys at Shaheen & Gordon have been helping Mainers when they need it most. Bottom of the first inning, the Portland Sea Dogs playing as the Maine Whoopie Pies tonight, trailing 1-0. Here's the first pitch to Corey Rozier. Swing and a miss for strike one from the right-hander McCade Brown. No record this year for the right-hander with a 5.40 ERA. Has made one start for the Yard Goats, the 0-1. Swing, and Rozier fouls it back into the seats for strike two. A light rain starting to fall in Portland. I did see on the social medias that the tarp is on down in New York as the Red Sox will be visiting the Yankees. Red Sox posted a pretty cool video of Marcelo Meyer walking out of the dugout for the first time at Yankee Stadium. Going to be introduced to the rivalry tonight as the 0-2 is grounded foul first base side. Count remains 0-2.
And for the people that were checking the Worcester Red Sox lineup, Roman Anthony is not in the lineup, but hang on before you freak out. This was a scheduled off day. So not going up to Boston quite yet.
0-2. Check swing, and he did not go around for ball one. And it's funny you say that because Bill Wanless, who is the incredible media relations guru with the Woo Sox, when he sent out the game notes today, that was his first line. It's the 1-2 is grounded foul again. He said, you can still go crazy if you want, but today is a scheduled off day for Roman Anthony. He has started the last 33 Woo Sox games. And the last time he has not played is Sunday, April 27th. So
I love how they had to preface that.
That's why Bill Wanless is the best. Here's the 1-2. Fouled again. Rozier, a very competitive at-bat against the right-hander and McCade Brown. Brown, tall on the mound, 6'6", 225, out of Normal, Illinois. Normal also home to the Normal Corn Belters. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Rozier goes down on strikes. First out in the bottom of the first inning.
Impeccable name. Corn Belters.
The Corn Belters. I think it's one of my favorite baseball logos. It's top 10.
What would you say has been the most odd team name or team logo that you've ever seen? It doesn't matter any level of baseball.
I think the Trash Pandas.
It's a genius.
The first pitch to Max Ferguson misses high for ball one.
The Trash Pandas have a great logo.
But to relate this to the Sea Dogs, here's the 1-0 pitch, and Ferguson drills it deep right center field. Guerrero on the run. He turns. It's off the base of the wall. Kicks back into right center field. Ferguson up to second standing. And it's a one-out double in the bottom of the first inning. Third double of the year for Max Ferguson. And the Sea Dogs now have the tying run in scoring position as they trail 1-0. And here is Alan Castro. But I do like how the Whoopie Pies have a competing Whoopie Pie identity with the Reading Fightin' Phils.
It's in the name, Fightin'.
Brown looks back to second in the pitch. This is low and inside for ball one. Castro hitting .389 with runners in scoring position in 13 games. Brown readies. One ball and no strikes, the pitch. Drops in a called strike in the low and outside corner. Well, what's your favorite?
As of right now, I mean, there's a lot of them out there.
Or the most random, not favorite.
Most random? I'll have to think on that.
Here's the 1-1, misses high and outside, ball two.
See, I asked the question, yet I don't think of my own answer.
You've got to be ready. Brown readies again. Glances back to second, the 2-1 to Castro. Called strike on the inner half at 94. Sea Dogs trailing 1-0 as we await Joey's answer.
I'm over here doing a quick internet search. Hang on.
2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Misses low and inside, another breaking ball, and Castro now has worked the count full with 1 out in the bottom of the first inning.
As of right now, my answer is the Carolina Disco Turkeys.
Ah, yeah, I forgot about the Disco Turkeys.
Or the Burlington Sock Puppets.
The Sock Puppets was interesting, too. Here's the 3-2 pitch to Castro. Bounces it right side of the infield. Kent, the second baseman, ranges into his right. Throws to first to get Castro, and up to third on the play goes Max Ferguson. And that brings up the cleanup batter in Tyler Miller. Tonight's Sun Mountain Facilities Services hitter as he steps in the left-handed batter's box. Brown comes set. And the pitch. Breaking ball, a called strike on the inside part of the plate. I think another one of my favorites, just to wrap this up, the Missoula Paddleheads. It's a moose rocking his sandals and stuff in like an inner tube. From Missoula, Montana. The 0-1 misses inside, and the count evens 1 ball and 1 strike. Tying run at third for Portland.
I will say this. There is a summer collegiate team out there, the Morehead City Marlins, that rebranded to the Morehead City Motorboaters.
That did take the internet by storm. Here's the 1-1. Misses low and inside, ball 2.
And they have since also rebranded to another type of named team. I'm not going to repeat it, but if you go to moreheadcitymarlins.com, you'll be able to find out.
A 2-1 pitch to Miller. Swing and a miss for strike 2, and the count evens. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lots of unique choices. I think, though, Disco Turkeys might be the most random.
Especially for Carolina.
Yeah. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Miller goes down on strikes. For the final out in the bottom of the first, Portland strands the tying run at third as we head to the top of the second. The Whoopie Pies trailing 1-0 on the Whoopie Pies Radio Network. M&T Bank, we believe in the power of together. Together we can move communities forward while giving back. Together we can help families and businesses spend more time on what matters most. And together we can achieve more than ever before. Learn more at mtb.com/togetherwecan. Bottom of the second inning, the Portland Sea Dogs trailing 2-0 behind the Hartford Yard Goats. As Zach Earhart leads things off against the right-hander, McCade Brown. 1-0. Called strike on the low and inside corner. Count evens, 1 ball and 1 strike. Zach Earhart, Mark Colesberry, and Drew Earhart due up in the bottom of the second, the 1-1. Breaking ball is a called strike 2 on the high and inside part of the plate. McCade made his Double-A debut on Friday against New Hampshire. Earhart calls time. 5 innings with 7 strikeouts. Gave up 3 runs on 3 hits. 1-2 pitch. Earhart lifts it high, but foul first base side out of play. Count stays 1-2. He started the season with High A Spokane. No record, but a 1.60 ERA in 9 starts. Only allowed 6 earned runs in 33 2/3 innings with 48 strikeouts. The 1-2 pitch fouled again, right side out of play.
Yeah, Emma, you bring up Spokane. It makes me wonder your thoughts on a team like the Colorado Rockies having their Double-A affiliate all the way across the nation.
1-2 was fouled straight back into the netting. I mean, you look at San Francisco and Richmond Flying Squirrels.
It doesn't make sense.
But it works for them, I guess. Look at Toronto, all up and down Eastern Seaboard, the 1-2 pitch. And it is sent high down the first base line, but foul again. Red Sox are pretty centrally located now, aside from Salem, kind of the outlier. And Greenville, I guess. But yeah, I don't think that the affiliates need to be centrally located to one spot.
I think logistically, like let's say, all right, you have a prize pitcher, you want to call him up from Double-A, which rarely happens nowadays, but back in the days where they had rookie ball and guys would develop for 4 or so years, it seemed like, after that foul ball from Earhart, it seemed like sometimes they would get the promotion from Double-A straight to the big leagues. So if you had to call up a big leaguer from Richmond and you're all the way over in San Francisco.
1-2, hit on the ground to the, third baseman. And Karros throws to first, a close play. And Earhart is thrown out at first. 5-3 for the first out in the bottom of the second.
It doesn't make a lot of sense, especially if you're trying to get them there quick, that they have to go all the way across the country.
Right. And like you said, that rarely happens anymore.
Yeah.
I think if you're Los Angeles, did they call somebody up 2 years ago from Double-A? But no, I don't think they need to be centrally located. So the pitch misses high and inside for ball one. I think that they just need to be in communities that maybe are not even close to a big league city and gives community access to a baseball team. It's a pitch to Colesbury, missed slow and outside for ball two.
So you're saying a team like the Gwinnett Stripers, who are literally an hour outside of Atlanta, probably doesn't make a ton of sense?
Well, I take excuse to AAA as Colesbury now gives it a ride to right center field into the gap, around first, now heading to second. He puts on the brakes, and it's a one-out double for Mark Colesbury, his fifth of the season, but he's been hitting the ball very well this year and as of late. And that brings up the tying run for Portland and Drew Earhart.
How about both Earhart brothers in the lineup tonight? It's almost like the powers of Super Mario Bros. Mario and Luigi, Drew and Zach.
I bet they've been called that a time or two. First pitch to Drew Earhart is sent foul first base side, out of play for strike one. Still a light rain starting to fall in Portland, but it's definitely playable right now. As the Red Sox and Yankees are in a weather delay, and I think the Phillies are too. 0-1. Called strike. And Earhart is now down to the count. No balls and 2 strikes. More Colesbury in at second base. Portland trailing right now 2-0 behind the Yard Goats. Now the 0-2 pitch is a swing and a miss, strike 3, and Earhart goes down on strikes for the second out in the bottom of the second inning. Third strikeout for McCade Brown. Brings up Abram Liendo, the third baseman. First pitch, a called strike on the low and inside corner. Liendo got in the game yesterday and had a phenomenal play at third base in the 10th inning. The 0-1 pitch misses low, and the count evens, 1 ball and 1 strike. And Liendo has batted all around the Sea Dogs lineup this year. Leadoff, second, now he's batting 8th. 1-1. Misses a little bit high for ball 2. Utility in the lineup, a utility player in the field as well. Two balls and 1 strike. Brown looks back to second to Colesbury, the pitch. Called strike 2 on the inside part of the plate. A curveball from Brown. As Colesbury tags back up at second. Both teams with 2 hits. Early goings of this one. 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts to end the second as the Sea Dogs strand another runner in scoring position. We head to the top of the third. Portland trailing 2-0 on the Sea Dogs Radio Network.